Okay, hello friends, Charlie here from Base Miami. I wanted to welcome you to our video series where we'll be discussing all things related to expansion in the US market. And today we'll be having a chat with Alejo López. He's the US country manager and also a partner at emBlue. emBlue is the leading email and omnichannel platform in Latin America. They've been super successful for the last 18 years, and they're now entering the US market using Miami as a base. And just to give you an idea of the size, today emBlue sends over 1 billion emails per month. So that's amazing. Alejo, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Charlie, for inviting me to this chat, this conversation. And I'm really happy to help and to share our knowledge about different topics, mainly on omnichannel and email marketing.
Awesome. And why don't we start, Alejo, by telling us a little bit about emBlue, what it is, what it does, you know, what's the maybe differential that you guys have?
Okay. As you say, emBlue is a leading omnichannel and email marketing automation platform with offices now in 9 countries and 18 plus years of experience in LATAM and in some states in the United States. And we have more than 1,500 customers and more than 25,000 users in all our accounts and countries.
Wow. And you say, when we say omni-channel platform for our audience that is looking and they don't know what that is, can you briefly describe what an omni-channel platform is and the advantages that it offers?
Yes, I want to talk a little more about what is omnichannel and how we conceived omnichannel strategy and omnichannel platform. But first, and this is all well know about that, but omnichannel orbits around customers. All we have been heard about marketing and all about that is putting the customers in the center. And is try to communicate consistently through different channels and with seamless journey, giving them a unique experience with your brand or every brand, and that's what emBlue wants to bring to the market, to try to orchestrate different channels like email that is well known, but also text messaging or on-site communications when you browse the website and you get a pop-up with a specific communication for you. Then with emBlue orchestrate that, and the other difference that we do is to work shoulder to shoulder with a team of experts. Then we not only have the platform, but we also put a team working with our customers to adopt and to squeeze all the juice that the platform can bring to the table.
Awesome. Okay, but and when you're saying orchestrate, so just so in layman terms, let's say I go to your company, to a company's website, then I have my inbox where I can get an email, and then I have my phone where I can get my SMSs. So what do you mean by orchestrating? It means that you know, to send the right message at the right time. Is it to address it specifically to the, you know, this user and where in the journey he is? Just to kind of clarify what that means.
Yeah, it is. We try to integrate all customer touchpoints, online and offline, with the info. Then we receive the info about different touchpoints about your customers or our brand customers, and we try to identify and clusterize that info and give the best message possible to that customers based on their interest in different channels. For example, if you purchase a t-shirt, but then in the website you are browsing pants, then we are not going to talk about t-shirts because you already purchased that, but we are going to talk about pants because you are browsing that, or you are open or clicking on emails related with pants offers. Then we're trying to bring the past info about what you purchased, but also we are bringing the new info about what you are browsing and what you are interested in. And we are going to contact you or to contact your customers through the channel that is most relevant for that person. Then maybe the channel more relevant is email, and we are going to contact you through email. But maybe if that person doesn't open the email, then we are going to contact you to other channel, for example, text messages, or even we can connect through advertising on social media like Facebook or Instagram. Then we are going to orchestrate that channel. We are going to orchestrate and also bring the info for different channels and unify that info. And that is going to give you a lot of info about your customer, really deep info about your customers. And then with that, this is the right person. We are going to try, and we are help you to identify the right person with all that info for different channels. And then we are going to communicate with the right message. Then we are going to customize the message to each person based on the interest of that person. And then we are going to automate. Then, for example, if you want to communicate, customizing the message for each person is going to take you a lot of time if you are going to try to do it manually. Then we also automate that kind of communication and that kind of message and creation of the message.
That's awesome. So then, you can get to the client in the let's say the means of communication that he uses. So if he uses messaging or SMS or email, then you get him to the right channel. And then you also, like, the content of the email is tailored to that particular user and what he's interested in, not like, and you avoid those annoying emails where like, get 50% off this t-shirt, but I just bought it last week, and which is not a good thing, right?
It's not the right time. Then you are going to lose that purchase. Then it's trying to identify and give you more info about your customers, bringing info from the website, from the store, what that person is browsing in your website, also from the mails, what this person is clicking and opening. This is going to bring you a lot of info and unified. Sometimes the companies have all that info separately. They have all that info in different silos. Then we try to bring that info and unify that info to analyze and to create clusters. Then you want to create customized messages, but sometimes it's difficult. Then we connect the info that you have in your website or the info that you have in your e-commerce catalog, and we build the HTML file. We build the email message or the message with connecting your different sources of info, and each person receives a different message. Only you have to create one message, but all the person is receiving different message based on the interest, and we build it through connecting the sources from e-commerce or from CMS. And then it is in an automatically way. We automate that because if you visit the website today, you want to receive the offer that you are browsing today or in less than an hour. Then we automate that part also.
That's awesome. So then you're saying, from what you're saying is, I understand that this is for companies that have a database of a significant amount of clients, right? Because as you said, like, instead of sending one by one, you want to be able to automate it and automatically send it to your database.
I think the problem is not the amount of customers that you have. The first problem that we face with some customers is that they even don't have any information about their customers. Then we are not only, and we think that the communication is not only for big companies, even though we have a lot of small companies doing this. But the first thing here is that you want to do that. You want to do this with your customers. Then you can do it for 1,000 customers. It doesn't matter. I think it's important if you have a small number of customers. And also it's not expensive. yes, you have to invest time and some amount of money, but it's not so expensive. Even though we have plans for free, we have free plans for customers, but they need to begin and to have the intention to do this. Then if you don't have emails, you are not going to do this. Then first, you have to collect that info, but you don't have to be a big company. We have a case there in Ecuador with a small company that they bring back 70% of their business now during this COVID time. And it's a small chain of yogurt and all that kind of food. Then this is not for big customers only, but is for customers or clients or brand that want to communicate better with their customers.
Awesome. And in that sense, when you're talking about maybe the differential that you have on the service side that you were saying, so if I'm, and you know, in especially in the US, like having resources and the time of a resource is very expensive also, just to have somebody dedicating the time and understanding how it works and what are the best practices and the way to send them out in the right way. So do you provide any support in that sense to make the process, let's say, of doing it easier?
Yes, that's the part we're trying to differentiate there in the States. And also we are doing that in Latin America. But the first problem here, or other of the problems that we have faced, is that sometimes the customers don't have time for do this, or they are spending a lot of resources on social media or on SEM or Google advertising, all of that, and they put the email in on the site. But now we say, okay, if you want to squeeze all the juice, if you want to get results, because email and even text messages have the best ROI in the market. Best than Google, best than Facebook. This is the ROI, the better ROI in marketing communications are still our email. I don't say that. You can Google it, and you can say that e-marketeers say that we have a ROI for 40x. Then sometimes companies don't realize that. Then we want to help them to realize that and say, okay, if you don't have email in your top 3 of conversion rate of the channels conversion rate, you are losing a really opportunity there. You are losing opportunities there to have a better conversion rate and increase your conversion rate through this channel, like email or text messages. Then we have them with a team of experts. It's not only a support team that you sometimes ask frequent questions. No, we give a team of experts and give advice, and we create with our customers a journey. And we give our customers some ideas also to build with their companies, with based on our expertise for more than 1,500 customers.
That's awesome. So not only, let's say, you hold their hands, but also you give them tips and ideas of best ways to implement.
Yes, and we work with them shoulder to shoulder. The first question we ask is, which are your business objectives? Which are your business objectives? Based on that, we say, okay, we can help with this. And with other maybe objective, we are not going to help them. But we start from the company objectives.
Mm-hmm. So then it's not just a platform, let's say, because the software is what enables you to do that, but you also have a service, like a person, an actual person that you can interact with.
Yes, and not only a person, but a team. Because we have a different expertise. Then we have an omnichannel strategy team. We have a design team. We have a deliverability team. Then, depending on the problem, we are taking part of that team to help our customers. Mm-hmm. And the problem is not the platform, because they're in the market a whole new and old platforms. They're sending emails. We think that the problem is how these channels can help our customers to get better KPIs, get better numbers.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I had a question, because you guys have been super successful in all Latin America, Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico. So what do you think that now that you're entering the US market, what can you bring to the table to this new ecosystem?
Okay, I think we are bringing this new idea to take advantage of a platform, take advantage of different channels and unify the channels, orchestrate the channel. That's the first. This idea that this is not only sending emails, but the purpose of that is to get the numbers for the company. And the second idea or the second service here are not only the functionality that we have a state-of-the-art platform with the state-of-the-art functionalities, but a team that is helping the companies to adopt the technology. Always the companies do less that they can with the technology. Then we want to close that gap and giving them more of the technology with a team working shoulder to shoulder with our customers.
Cool. Yeah, I think the service part and the having actual people operating and supporting you in your strategy and your execution is a key.
And the other reality, we have a lot of talented people. We have really smart people here in Latin America. Then also, all we know that the price of these people is more expensive there in the States. Then we are giving a really good service there in the States, but with prices from Latin America. That's the other difference.
Awesome. And in that, so if I ask you why did you choose Miami as a base to start?
Okay, yes, we think is more close to all our culture. Then we are exploring in Miami. We are not going only to stay there. We are exploring other states in United States, but the reality is that we are more close to Florida and to Miami than other states. Then that's why we decided to make our first step there.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we are biased with that, so we always believe that Miami is the best place to start. once you make it in Miami, then you can go further north. And
yes, it's easier. The reality is easier to begin there.
Yeah, and you know that I always say that the United States really starts in Fort Lauderdale, so the southern part is still Latin America.
It's true. Yes, it's true too. Yes, that is true.
And Alejo, the last question I had for you, and maybe it's just for you to on the vision side of you, but like what do you think the future of messaging would look like? Have you thought about what's kind of the next step in messaging?
I think that the past maybe 10 years, everybody was saying that email is going to disappear since in the last 10 years, maybe. When social media explodes and all of that. But the reality is that it still is really important because it's a different way, or not different, but it's a way that people communicate through email is different than other channels. And if you see some stats, people still prefer to communicate with companies through email if they want to receive, for example, offers. Then I think messaging is still going, and also we are seeing an increase of messaging and email, text messages. Then the other things that I think that we can have more info of the people, then we can send better messages. I think the challenge is to send better messages and orchestrate the channels. Then if you receive an email and you read that email, then you are not going to need a text message. But sometimes companies send email and text messages, even if they know that this person only needs one of them. Then I think it's a challenge. The reality is a challenge. There are a lot of more ways to communicate. For example, messengers, for example, WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. But we still see an email as an important channel, But also we are giving opportunity to the other channels. Then we, at this moment, we are launching WhatsApp as other channel for our customers. But for example, WhatsApp is different than email and is more limited. And in the States, you don't use WhatsApp as we use here in Latin America. Then we have a different challenges here with different channels, but I still see email for more 5 years, for example.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, Alejo, well, that's all in terms of the questions that we had, at least for today. And it was great to get to know you, get to know what emBlue does, and wishing you, of course, all the success in this US market launch. Yeah, we'll put here on the post that anybody that is interested in learning more, that they can talk to you. And
yes.
thanks for the time.
I'm open to all the questions that people have about the email marketing, omnichannel, and it's a pleasure to help people about these topics.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Alejo, for being with us.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thanks.